become successful. Do I have the ability to tell somebody how much they're going to make or not make in the next 10 years? I don't have any idea with it.
Therese, happy New Year. How are you? Good holidays?
Those are 3 dogs.
Came in way fast.
We're really underdone.
Protect me. Whatever you do, I'm not going to listen.
Look, you get pulled me all included, are the same people who are coming to the meetings, and the same people who are coming to the trainings, are all the same people like Tom Felici that elevate up to executive status. Again, it's not a coincidence. As my students would say, it's not a coincidence. All right, what I want to do is Tom Felici, who is doing tremendous things, sponsoring not locally, okay? He just kind of gave an overview of how to sponsor locally, and he's been doing this around the country, in weird places like Indiana, and Alaska, and North Carolina, Hawaii, and just places that I personally don't know anyone. So I'm very excited. Why? Because through Tom, I have all these contacts that I never would have had in a million years. And Tom happened to be a stranger. Okay, I met Tom. I started talking to Tom. Tom was a healthcare professional. We split some hairs. It was a 5, 6, 7 meeting, phone call type of a process. But I'm going to tell you something that those who do better people. People that gets really excited for 24 hours and then disappears with the face of the earth is not the person you're looking for, generally speaking. So what Tom's going to do is he's going to explain a little bit on how he sponsors from A to Z out of state. It's a lot simpler than you probably think, so we're going to have Tom share his expertise with you. We're going to Tom, please. Executive account.
Eugene had called me Tuesday or Wednesday, and it was a good lesson with this. He said, you might continue to do a segment on sponsoring long distance. Okay, great. So I'm thinking of how I'm going to go about doing this, and formulating like an outline and so on. And I completed it last night, and I called him to run over basically what I was going to say. I was like, all right, I'm going to do this on prospecting and go long distance. It's like, well, wait a minute, you're going to do it on the point where people just sign in, taking it from there. I was like, well, I was going to do it on something different. So what I'm trying to say is, I didn't listen to what he was saying to me earlier in the week, and I went about this whole thing, and the whole week was a disaster week as far as work goes. I did the whole thing, and because I didn't listen to what he was saying, I had to reformulate everything. And this was, 10 o'clock last night. But the point of listening to what is being said, when you speak to someone on the phone, and they tell you what they're looking for, you have to listen. I mean, it's so important to listen to what they're saying, because they could be telling you one thing, and you're talking in a different direction about something else, and they're not hearing you either. It doesn't matter how good it is what you're saying. If it's not answering their question, it's like talking to a wall. It doesn't matter. But as far as prospecting people, so what I decided to do after all this was said and done is, from the moment you have a contact in Cleveland or Oregon or Michigan, Miami, wherever it is, from the first phone call all the way to getting all their training done, that's what I'm going to address. Now, I know how many hours you work. When you come home, and it's 8:30 at night, 9 o'clock at night. So you want to start calling people. People don't want to be bothered at 9:30 at night with a half an hour phone call. They have their own lives. People are busy. But if it's 9 o'clock over here or 10 o'clock over here, you can get on the phone. But I wouldn't do it in this time zone. I would do it in California time zone. It's only 7 o'clock over there. Perfect. Or even Hawaii. I don't even know what time it would be over there. Probably 5 hours. It's 5 hours less. Or Alaska is the same thing. So you can, if you can stay awake and get your calls in, you can do it like that. I usually average like 4 hours of sleep a night, so I'm kind of awake anyway. So I'll get on the phone and call Phoenix or California. Okay. I think the most powerful tool you can use is rapport. If you have rapport with someone, it will take you a lot farther than just calling someone completely cold. How you utilize rapport? Let's see. You can put people onto a lead or an organization. If you're a teacher, you have other teachers that you work with. These people that you have rapport with, and you can utilize this. If you're a banker, you speak to other bankers, it's rapport, and if there's a connection, if there's a link there. Another good one is alumni organizations. I went to Stony Brook. How many people are in Stony Brook's alumni? Thousands and thousands of people. You can contact any one of them. Hey, how you doing? I'm a graduate from Stony Brook. Immediately there's a link there. Oh yes, all the time. What did you graduate? Such and such year. What did you take there? And then you start to develop a relationship right from that point. Another tool that a lot of people use, and you use rapport with it, the internet. The internet it's huge, and a lot of the Fortune 50 companies haven't found the best way to utilize it. It's just too powerful at this point. One of the ways people utilize it, that Max Steinhardt did at the convention, he did a presentation where he had America Online up on the screens, and it was live as the people were just watching this. And you put in real estate agent. And then he yelled at what pick city. Someone yelled at Denver. So he put real estate agents in Denver, Colorado, and he hit search. It's in the member profile and member directory, and you're looking for people who are on America Online. Then he put in only display people who are online right now. He had search. And there's 50 real estate agents in Denver who were online right at that point. He sent out a message. He started talking to this person in Denver who's a real estate agent about business. And he developed it. This is a guy who's been doing this for years. And he's very smooth. He has a training course, and I actually bought this course. But it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time. I'm sending a bus back. But you can pick up a lot of the points from it. I think the best thing, and you can get wrapped up in this also. It's kind of it's something to watch out for. You can put hour after hour after hour into this and have 1 million people all over the country, all over the world, actually, that you can be discussing things with. It's hard to keep track of it. And unless you're very organized and you know how to retain all these different communications that you have going, if you're going to lose it. And what I learned from this was the best approach to take is get on the phone. Out of all of this, you can be lost in this for weeks. And I lost, I'd say, 3 weeks to a month just communicating with people online. effective if you just get on the phone and speak to someone, because then you're able to utilize your rapport with them, and you can speak to them, and they'll ask you a question, and then you go from there. And they're feeding you, they're giving you the fuel to continue for the next sentence or two sentences. And you might say something that's going to be a trigger for them, and that leads to other things. So the phone is key. I found, I haven't been doing this that long, but that's what I found. The phone is just, it's the way to go for me. Other people do a lot of different things. Okay. Another way is people use ads a lot. I've utilized them to do an ad and send it out to Cleveland, send it to Pittsburgh, wherever you can send it to. You want to make it attractive. You want to put income. Don't put $100 a week. No one's going to answer it. Put something that's feasible. Don't exaggerate. Put something that's feasible. You know, people run ads, throughout the room. The one thing that I've done, if I put an ad out and someone responds to the ad, I don't answer it right away. I will, let me clarify what I mean. I will say something to the effect of, thank you for responding. Due to the overwhelming response, we cannot reply to you right now. Other people, we're dealing with other people first. Something like that. And what it does is the person who I just sent the email back to is saying, why can't he talk to me? Why doesn't he respond to me? They want it more at this point. They have no idea what it is, but they're in a position where I just took it away from them. Nothing has been done yet. I haven't said a word to them, but they want it a little more. And with my response back to them, they send me the ad again, so they see the numbers, and they're thinking about what is behind this. What does this ad say? I'll let it go for a couple of weeks. I'll send them another letter. I will try to get in touch with you on the weekend. Very busy, I'll try. I'll send them the ad again, the picture of the ad. So they're seeing it. I don't want to lose communication completely with these people. I keep sending them little teasers, so to speak. I got a referral from a friend of mine. A woman had sent a resume to me November 6th. I just called her last week. Said, we've been busy. A lot of people being set up all over the country, and it takes time, and I spend my time with each individual person. I'm telling them I'm supporting. I get that notion out to them. And, the whole thing, she goes, I was wondering why it took so long. She goes, I have great credentials, and she does. She's fabulous credentials for this. She goes, I was wondering why it took so long for you to get in touch. She goes, I'm wondering what's going on with this, because I kept sending her these little ads. And she said, each time I would forget about it for a week or so, and then you would send something and I would look at it, but you would never tell me what you would never call, and you wouldn't tell me what was going on. And it just made me wonder. So that it seems to be effective. Okay. When I do call them, wherever they are, I will usually start the conversation by saying, why did you get in touch with me? What is it that you're looking for? Or what can I do for you? What attracted you to the ad? Or why did your friend John say you should call me? What are you looking for? And I listen to what they say. Again, back to lesson 1, you listen. Very, very important. And I listen to what they have to say. They can, depending on how you structure the ad and what the ad might say, or what you told your friend to get a referral, they might say, I don't want to work 70 hours a week anymore, or I want to be home with my kids, or I can't stand my boss anymore, or my husband just got laid off with their downsizing. Downsizing is all over the country. It's from January 1st, it took 600,000 people they're saying is they want more time to spend doing whatever it is they want to do. So you'll angle your whole presentation around having your own business and time freedom. And you'll push the time freedom aspects of it. They might want a house. They might want a car. They might have a baby on the way, or they have a 2-year-old, 3-year-old. Now you're thinking college fund. You want to hit them with thoughts of how are they going to be paying for this child's college, and plant those seeds, like Eugene was saying, plant the seeds in on the first phone call, so you're not going to sign on the first phone call. I would be weary if someone who signed that, that's out if they signed on the first phone call. But when they hang up, they're going to be thinking of all these things that you told them. And that's a good one. Have them think of what they're going to be doing if they stay in the position that they're in without making any changes in their life. If they're working 70 hours in a week, how long are they going to do that for before they just pass out or they kill somebody? People don't want to work that much. So, I start the presentation. First thing I do is to tell them the name of the company, because I don't want to get through a half-an-hour presentation and have them, then I say, by the way, the name of the company is Farmex. Oh yeah, my brother does that. And you just wasted a half an hour telling them. So I tell them right up front, I ask them if you've ever heard of the company before. No, great, okay, now we're going to continue. What I do from that point on is the Monday night briefings. I'm not going to do it here, but I go through credibility. I'll name Paul Gerasi, Koji Nakanishi. I'll name all the prominent people just to build the credibility up. And a lot of these people are going to take one woman I spoke with, she's in California. I said, Dr. Paul Gerasi is chief of chemistry out at Stanford University. I went to Stanford. Really? Rapport. Now she knows where this guy is coming from. She knows the offices in Stanford chemistry department. She knew all of that. So she actually signed in, by the way. But who knows if that was the link, but I'm sure it helped. After credibility, I go through the trends that are going on in medicine and healthcare. You have to remember, these people, if all that this was either a referral or an ad, and they have no idea what goes on here. So I'm trying to build a complete picture for them of what this actually entails. So I'll go through the trends. I'll remind, if they're in healthcare, it's great. Because they know the fact that patients are coming into a practice saying, what else can I take? I heard the commercials, and people hear commercials on TV, and at the end of the commercials now, they list all the side effects. And people are listening to that. So they go into the doctor's office and say, what else can I take? I heard this on TV, and I want to stay away from this. So the patients are fueling part of this. MDs. If you have an MD who is just out of school, he is, depending on the school, about $100,000 in debt. But the good thing is they've been primed with knowledge on complementary medicine. Last year I think it was 50 of the top universities added this to their curriculums. If it's an older physician, when I say older, I mean 5 years out, because they weren't doing this 5 years ago.